Hello and welcome to today's video. So today I'm delighted to be able to announce that I've hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and amazingly I'm already monetized. So what I'd like to do today is just to recount my journey from 0 to 1,000 subscribers, which has taken, well, just 10 months, which is much quicker than I thought it was going to be. Maybe I can show you some little things to avoid and some stuff that I would definitely recommend you do. And then if that helps you in your YouTube journey, I feel my job will be done. So that's going to be the subject of today's video. So sit back, relax, and let's get to it. So first of all then, some facts and figures. So I have put up in the 10-month period about 150 videos, and that's averaging, well, when I first started I was just doing 2 a week, religiously 2 a week, and I've now upped it to at least 3 a week with the odd extra sort of topical video thrown in. And in that time I've had 140,000 views, which once again is pretty amazing. 140,000 people have sat down and watched one of my videos, which is, well, quite incredible. So as I'm sure you're aware, one of the requirements to be monetized on YouTube is, as well as having 1,000 subscribers, you do also need 4,000 hours of actual watch time. That's the time that people have taken to sit down and watch your videos. It needs to be 4,000 hours or more. Now, I was initially quite concerned about am I going to have enough? Am I going to get to my 4,000 hours? Am I going to be woefully short? It was really difficult to track it against the subscribers that I was getting. So what I did, most of my videos were coming in at say 10, 15, 20 minutes long. I wasn't really doing many longer videos, so that's what I did. So on some of my specialist videos, so some of my book related ones, where the people who are going to be watching that are going to watch it from the start to the end because they're really interested in that content, I made some of those videos 40, sometimes 50 minutes long. And that soon increased my watch time because not only do people watch them right the way through, sometimes they go back and rewatch it. So by the time I did hit 1,000 subscribers, I was actually sitting at 6,500 hours of watch time, which in itself is quite amazing. So I didn't really have any sort of concerns about those 4,000 hours. But if you are, make a few longer videos and hopefully you'll see your watch time increase. So I actually started my YouTube channel all the way back in 2007. And, you know, when YouTube came along, I just thought, oh, this is fun. I used to like making family videos on my computer. I thought, oh, I'll do a few of those and whack them up. I went to a really good classic mini show. I used to be really into classic minis, and I had one myself, in fact. And I took some footage from that and I sort of put it up onto YouTube in 5-10-minute videos because that's all I was able to put up at the time, and didn't really think about it. But you know, I look back on those videos now and they all did pretty good. A few thousand views on each one. Then about 5 years ago, I started sharing my penguin books on Instagram, which had just come about back then, 5 or 6 years ago. And that Instagram page really took off. In fact, it got up to, well, it still is over 30,000 subscribers on Instagram. But the people who are on Instagram, I found it very difficult to move them to YouTube. So I created a few penguin book related videos, but I just couldn't bring my massive Instagram audience over onto YouTube. The two things just don't seem to gel. And interestingly, I found that that is the case today. So even though I've got like a Star Wars sort of Instagram page, I've got a book or penguin book related Instagram page, trying to get those people over, I get very little traffic from there. I'll tell you where I get it all from. It's Facebook and specific Facebook groups. And that is where all the sort of the majority, 80% of my external traffic is coming from. I get a little bit from Reddit, I get a little bit from Twitter, but most of it is Facebook. And well, we'll get to that in a minute. So last March then, I decided I'm going to have another go at this YouTube game because I really find it such an exciting platform. So what I did, I drew a line under what had gone before, and I almost approached it from day one as if I'd never put anything up on the platform before. So I started to do a bit of research, and I researched really hard. I announced it to all my friends and family on Facebook. I said, look, I'm going to really go for this YouTube thing. Please, everyone, subscribe. And I don't know how many subscribers I had back then. It was maybe like 30, something like that. But by encouraging my friends and family and everyone I knew, please, I'm starting a new YouTube channel. I want to get a bit of viewership. Please start subscribing. That I don't know, within about a month, I was able to get maybe another 50 people. So that would be one of my very first tips, is ask everyone you know to subscribe to your YouTube channel, just to start a bit of momentum and people to start to subscribe and watch your videos. It's a good feeling, and it gives you a bit of encouragement just to keep at it. One thing I learned very early on is that my original videos, even when I restarted back in March, they were decidedly amateurish. So I invested, well, this cost about £100 in all, but for that I was able to get a really good set of lights, a nice lapel microphone, which has been fantastic, also a tripod for my camera phone. So the phone I use is a Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, and it's a fantastic phone, and the good news is it can shoot in like 1080p or even 4K, which I do some of my gaming videos I put up in 4K. So for very little outlay, and you know when I do my book videos, I have like a colourful backdrop that suits sort of what the subject of what I'm filming. Those bits of cardboard cost just a few pounds. So anyway, links to all the equipment that I've got, I've put down below, so you can grab some yourself from Amazon. Particularly the lighting and the microphone, because they're absolutely essential, and good sound is very, very much important. So whilst I was doing my research, I was watching what you would call, I don't know, inspirational YouTube educators, people who do YouTube for a living, and that's all they produce is videos about how to do YouTube. There was 3 in particular that I think you would warrant checking out, and they are Brian G. Johnson, Daniel Batal, and Nick Nimmin. And those 3 people all do the same sort of thing in slightly different ways. Daniel Batal basically is an expert in Filmora, but he's also growing a brand new channel. Brian G. Johnson shows you YouTube in a different sort of a way. As well as giving you practical advice, he tells it like it is. YouTube is not something that you can just pick up and do. It's a hard journey, and you need to be dedicated, and this guy just sort of reinforces that. Nick Nimmin, him and his brother, if you're doing a mobile phone YouTubing, they give you really good practical tips and advice on all manner of subjects. So the best sound, the best thumbnails, how to make great videos, what length your video should be, that sort of stuff. And between the 3 of them, I mean, I know time is so precious these days, but I would recommend giving all those 3 channels a bit of a try. On my commute to work, I did also start to listen to some YouTube-centric podcasts, because I do love a good podcast when I'm on the go or walking the dog. And the ones that I would recommend, there's a few. So there's the YouTube Creators Hub and YouTube Express. So that's by a chap called Dusty Porter. There's one by Tim Schmoller called Video Creators. That's basically the podcast of his weekly YouTube video on growing on YouTube. And quite a new one, but also really, really good, I've found, is Comments Over Coffee by Nick Nimmin. And all of these, you may not relate to the guest who might be on that week, but all of them are actually full of really good tips. And for that reason alone, you would be doing yourself an injustice if you didn't at least check them out. One thing I did within just a couple of months was I changed my editing software from iMovie, which comes free with every Mac, to one that I've actually bought from the company, and it's called Filmora. And Filmora is a bit more versatile. It's got a lot more to it than iMovie. It has regular updates, and Daniel Batal, one of the chaps I mentioned earlier, is a real advocate for that software and shows you loads of cool stuff that you can actually do with it. So I would definitely recommend getting to know this one piece of software. Filmora, you can use, if you follow the link through Daniel's channel, you can actually get the first month for free, so it'll be free for you for the first month, and then I think you get it at like 25% off, which makes it $30. That's for a lifetime license. So you've got it with all the updates for as long as Filmora is around. So I think that's recommended. So when I publish a new video, I do always share it to my followers on Facebook. Now, I mentioned Facebook earlier as one of the channels of other social networking, which brings all that traffic to my channel. What I wish I'd done a long, long time ago, but I only started just a couple of months ago was make a dedicated Facebook page for my YouTube channel. So I will post all my new videos on my dedicated page, and then I'll share it with various interested pages on Facebook. So for example, just recently I had a video on classic Transformer toys, and prior to filming that I went onto Facebook and I joined 5 or 6 Transformer groups that were in the UK, or in fact one of them was worldwide, and then once I published my Transformer video using my own Facebook YouTube page, I shared it to these various Transformer pages. So instantly you're putting your video in front of some interested fans, and that drove some initial traffic to the channel, because something like Transformers I've never actually covered before. I only ever covered other classic toys, but never them. So that was a good way to get the video off to a start. Some things get shared without you even knowing it. So I did a few retro gaming videos, and someone picked up on that. They got the link from YouTube and they put it on a very specific Reddit group that related to that video, and that drove loads of traffic through. So these sort of things can be very, very useful, and I think having a Facebook group or posting to Facebook groups will certainly give your video an initial surge when it's first published, and that just helps give it a bit of momentum. So what really amazed me was the fact that I was able to get monetized in just 4 days. So last Monday, as I filmed this, I hit 1,000 subscribers. So that was boom, fantastic. I'd already filled out all the necessary forms and applied to join the YouTube Partner Program. So everything was ready. I just had to meet the requirements of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watch time. So on about Friday night it was, I had an email from YouTube saying, congratulations, you've now reached the requirements to become a YouTube partner. This is, don't forget, this is 4 days after I'd actually done it. And it's on YouTube Studio. It says your account is now under review. So, and be prepared to take up to 30 days for a human to actually look at your channel, make the decision to say that there's nothing controversial, there's no adverse swearing or hate speech or anything like that, which would obviously not be within YouTube's terms and conditions. So there's nothing like that on my channel. And then later that evening, to say that I could go ahead and apply, I had another email to actually say, congratulations, you've been accepted. So literally from getting the requirements on Monday, by that Friday night, I turned monetization on across my channel, and I was already up and running. Now, some of those early mini videos that I talked about and the football ones, none of those could be monetized, because back then I put, traditional like pop music, records and things like that up in the background. So they are copyrighted, of course. Obviously I don't do that now, but because of that reason, those videos are just there for historical reasons more than anything. And people still look at them, and I look at them for fun, but I can't monetize them. One odd book video did have, it wasn't cleared for monetization. I thought, well, that's weird, because all the rest of them are. So I went and had a look at it, and I saw that in the tags, one of the tags could be considered quite controversial. So I removed that tag, then asked for the video to be looked at and reviewed, and literally overnight, last night, it's back up and it's got full monetization on that video. So that's really, really good. So basically, where they said allow up to 30 days, and I know at one point it was really bad, and creators were waiting 2-3 months to get monetized, 4 days, which I think is exceptional. So one thing I do definitely want to recommend is TubeBuddy. Now, this is nothing to do with YouTube officially. This is like a third party, and it's like a plugin. So if you subscribe to TubeBuddy, and you can test it for free, so I'll put the link in the description down below. I would advise you, if you use whatever browser you're using, so Firefox, Bing or Chrome, which is the one that I use, you can download the TubeBuddy plugin. And what that does, in the top right corner, it will give you a track of your watch hours and your subscriber count, how many views you get in 7 days in a week, and all those things to track your progress. And then if you also download the accompanying mobile phone app, which is fantastic, you can at a glance see your subscribers, how your video is doing. You can reply to comments. It's got YouTube news. One of the things I find most useful is you go to the promotions tab within the app, and you can download the thumbnail, you can download the video's URL, the description, and you can paste that then into social media. So if you're out and about on the go, well, it's just indispensable, to be absolutely frank with you. So although if you do want to pay for it and get all the functionality, it costs about $4 a month. More than it pays for itself. It's just phenomenal. And as I said, you can actually try it completely free of charge if you follow the link down in the description below. So TubeBuddy definitely can be recommended. Now, although I'm not really into this for the money, having a little bit of ad revenue coming through now is definitely going to help. I also have affiliate links, so I have links to Amazon and eBay down below, and that's something that you can do pretty much as soon as you start uploading videos. So my Star Wars videos link to Star Wars books, and some of my gaming videos link to specific gaming devices. I always put my equipment links down below because people are saying, oh, what lights do you use, or what's the tripod you use? So if I put the link down below, they can just go to Amazon or eBay to get those, and I get a very small kickback. It's not a lot, but it is something, and monetization is not going to be a lot. You know, it's going to be, certainly at this stage in my YouTube career, it's going to be pennies. But if you are interested, I'll come back in, say, the first couple of months, or the first time I get my first YouTube paycheck, and I'll tell you how long it took, and maybe go into the analytics a bit more about what worked and what didn't, because I'm still learning that myself. But any money I do earn, I'm certainly going to put back into the channel, because it's not going to be a lot. One thing I did early on was give people who wanted to the ability to, they call it buy you a coffee, a KOFI. And what that is, the coffee is a website which you can easily set a page up, and if someone really likes what they do, what you do, you can just go to the website, buy them a coffee, which is like £3, and you get a £3 deposit made into your PayPal account, and it's so and so and so and so bought you a coffee, which is really nice when that happens, and that has happened a few times. So looking down the line, in the next month or 2 months or so, next time I get a bit of time to devote to it properly, I am going to launch a Patreon page. So most of the YouTube creators do this, and they say it's always worth having a bit of a backup just in case anything happens on YouTube and all the videos, they're not allowed to sell advertising anymore or something like that. It would be nice to have a Patreon already in place. And I do feel I've got lots of pretty cool rewards that I could do for the different tiers of Patreons. So look out for that in the future. So my next goal is to try and hit 5,000 subscribers. So that's probably going to take quite a bit of time. But what's really interesting, although I've had some great videos up lately, as I said, last Monday, so 7 days ago, I hit 1,000. As of this morning, I've got 1,065 subscribers. So that's 65 subscribers in a week. So that's like averaging 8 to 10 a day, which is crazy when you think about it. There's 365 days in the year. Does that mean I'm going to get another 3,650 subscribers? Well, it would be nice to think I could. Add that to the thousands I've already got. That's like almost 5,000 subscribers, which really would blow my mind if I could get to that. But that's going to be my next mini target. So watch this space. Certainly if you have enjoyed this and you'd like me to continue sort of blogging in this sort of way, or vlogging about my progress on YouTube and how much it's paying me and how the channel is growing, and if you want more tips and tricks, do please let me know in the comments down below, and do hit that subscribe button. So to sum up then, ultimately, I would absolutely love this to be a full-time job, even a part-time job, where I could go to all the dozens of collectors that I know up and down the country and go and visit them and film their collections and share it with you. I certainly do intend visiting some toy fairs and toy shows and specialist shows over the next year or two, and I'm going to film what I see there and try and hook up with these collectors, because I found these communities are so great. Like recently when I collaborated to get a nice Transformer collection filmed, and people have been lending me some of their rare Doctor Who toys and memorabilia. Things like that. It's just fantastic. It's great to handle it. It's fantastic to film it and share it. So if I could do that, if the channel grows enough, that's certainly the way it's going to be going, because I've got some great friends, and they got some mind-blowing stuff that I could share with you. So that is the way we're going to be looking at. In the meantime, thank you so much for helping me on my journey to 1,000 subscribers. It's been an absolute blast these last 10 months. I've really enjoyed it, from those early days to where it is now. It's just phenomenal. So thank you. I'm so grateful. If you have enjoyed this video, do please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget, do subscribe. If you want more content like this, I'm more than happy to do it. And I shall look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.